Good afternoon. Once again, we are here in Eldorado Park outside the police station, where earlier this afternoon, if you remember those scenes, hundreds of community members, activists from this area, as well as neighboring communities from Lenasia, Westbury, as well as Freedom Park, all came out here in the streets in a peaceful march, peaceful protest, coming out in memory of Nathaniel Julies, who was killed here on Wednesday. The 16-year-old was shot by police. We know that it's an ongoing investigation at the moment. The community came out in frustration. We saw during the week violent clashes between police as well as community members, with some community members being arrested as well. Today we saw that many coming out here saying enough is enough, that they've seen these scenes of police brutality as well as injustices against their people, not just here in Eldorado Park, but in other communities. They're also coming out against what they called the stereotyping of colored people and the kind of personification of them being gangsters here in this area. One community leader telling us earlier that the last time there was gangsters in their area was in the 1990s. Right now, we've seen many of the community members dispersing, returning to their various different communities. And now all that's left here are a handful of members standing outside the police station. Behind me here, you see one police in Yala. Earlier, there were at least 3 or 4 as well as police officials standing around, on guard here, waiting. We saw people holding out banners, lining the streets from the home of Nathaniel Julies to the police station. They also marched down the main street and then back up here. We saw a memorandum being handed over also to the police station, to the police officials here, saying that they want updates on what exactly is going on with the case. We know that IPID has arrested 2 suspects at the moment, 2 police officials. They're facing 3 charges, 1 of attempted murder, 1 of defeating the purpose of justice, as well as a 3rd one, which is the possession of ammunition, prohibited ammunition. We know they will be returning to court tomorrow for the first time at the Protea Glen Magistrates Court. We know community members are being urged to take part and to go to the court tomorrow to show their support. We know that they're asking community members to come out tomorrow at 7:30 to meet, and then they will then go towards the court later on. We also heard from various members as well as from the family, who told us that they're quite overwhelmed and emotional with all that has taken place in the last 3 days. For them, it was a normal Wednesday evening. They had just had supper, and then they were, just sitting around when Nathaniel Julies went out, as he does every night, to go with his friends, and then his body was brought home dead. Right now, the police version is that he was shot and he was caught in crossfires between gangs in the area. But according to eyewitnesses and to the family, it's a very different version that they gave. They say that he was shot in the chest, point blank, by police officers when he was unable to respond to their questions. Nathaniel was a Down syndrome boy. He was unable to communicate verbally quite well, and he was shot because he could not answer why he was hiding behind that white truck. We do know that he was then put into the back of that police van and taken to the hospital, where he was left, and that's when he subsequently passed on. Tomorrow, those 2 police officers are going to be in court for the first time. For now, it's been quite a peaceful afternoon. Many coming out here in memory of him, but also saying enough is enough with police brutality in the area. That's it for me for now. Back to you in studio.